Now here's the thing, here's the biggest thing about MEOW WOLF's House of Eternal Return. This refrigerator is probably one of the most famous refrigerators ever. And you know why? It's one of the most famous refrigerators ever. You might have guessed, but it is not a refrigerator, because what is inside? Oh! Hello, and welcome to Hello, I Am Clutch, where I am ecstatic, because today I'm here in Santa Fe, New Mexico, to go to the original MEOW WOLF, also known as the House of Eternal Return. Now, if you've never been to a MEOW WOLF before, each one is an immersive and interactive art exhibit where there's different secret doors to find, there's different portals to different realms to discover, and each one has a unique story to unfold if you choose to do so. And that's what's beautiful about each and every MEOW WOLF. It's all like a choose your own adventure type of an experience where you can do it any way you want, so there's really no wrong way to do a MEOW WOLF. Now, this one, just to give you a little taste, when you first walk in, if you choose, you basically start in what looks like a normal house, but then it goes off the rails, it becomes bonkers bananas. It is so much fun. But what is special about this one to me is, besides for it being the original MEOW WOLF, it's also the first one I ever went to. And I haven't been back in 3 years, and I am so excited to rediscover what they have inside here. Now, if this is your first time coming, then you're gonna see a lot of amazing, amazing things. So please, follow me. Now, something very fun and unique about this MEOW WOLF is that originally it took the place of a bowling alley. So the whole space is inside. Again, there's like a whole fake house in there, among many, many other surprises. But this used to be a bowling alley, so just keep that in mind as we go through. And you might have already seen this on the edge of the frame there, but there's fun stuff all around the parking lot. Like, here's a wolf of MEOW WOLF. I don't see a meow, only a wolf. I see a spider. I don't think that meows. And then on the other side of the parking lot, we have this wonderful, friendly iron giant, which I know I've seen this imagery in quite a few pieces of MEOW WOLF media. I think even if you go on the website and like you look at the different locations, this is what they have in the circle to represent the MEOW WOLF for Santa Fe. That's just something for me to say out loud. Anyway, something else I like is across the way when you first come in. It's a little behind the trees here, but again, for that bowling alley vibe, you can see they just took the old pin from the bowling alley and put MEOW WOLF on it. And I think that old homage there is great. So anyway, enough on the outside here. There's a lot of little other like things to look at. Nothing as big as Mr. Robot here. But anyway, let's go inside. So now that I'm inside, this is actually just a lobby area, but you can already see just how eclectic and fun it is. This isn't even the exhibit yet. We'll get there in just a second. But I just had to take the moment to show this, and also that their carpet is spectacular. But now let's go to the actual House of Eternal Return. So this is gonna be the fun way to get to the exhibit. This is a fun little hallway, and then you have your first little entry here. So let's get the first reveal of the House of Eternal Return. Oh, gooseness. Look at that. This is wonderful. I just love this initial reveal where there's a whole house inside. This is crazy. Hello up there. Hello. And so this is the beginning of the entire experience. There is an app you can do to kind of help guide where you go or make sure you see everything you need to see. But what's fun is you can start any way you want. You can go down there. You can go directly into the house. You can go to the gardens over here. So I think I'm going to start in the house because that's kind of, I think, a good way to just begin. While again, you can go any direction you want. The fact, again, that there's just this humongous house that when you first come in, just incredible. Okay, going inside. There's a mat here that says beyond here there be dragons, and you just walk right in, and honestly, it starts just as a normal house. Now, I know some of the secrets, so sorry, I won't spoil too much until we get there, but like you can see, it just looks like a normal house. When you look closer, things are just a little bit off, a little bit unique. Sometimes you're hearing weird sounds. Again, there's story things. There's stuff that's on tables that you can look through, like there's story elements here, like the power of positive mechanics, where lest you can go through this and you can read all of this, and like there is so much story and such. And there's just, it is unbelievable how deep you could go with this. But let's look over here. Ooh, you gotta also watch where I'm walking. This looks interesting. You see there's kind of like a diver down there, some coral. This looks like something we may see a little in the future. Clutch maybe knows something. Back in that foyer area, again, just looks like a normal house. And the fun thing is, like, you're supposed to just like touch, interact with everything, because like this looks like it might be a normal hook. Is this a normal look? What do we have? Oh, wait a minute. What's this in here? Looks like we can walk into a secret door. Oh! And so there's just so much to discover. I love it. And let's see, where is it gonna take us? Looks like immediately we're in another world. It shows you how quick and bonkers banana it gets. This is great, I love it. So, this looks like, for whatever reason, out under the stairs, not so much a Harry Potter closet as there is just a complete another world. Looks like we're on a different planet here. And I think that might actually be what's going on. It's very tropical, very nice. There's so much to just look at and discover. Well, this is fun. Let's see if I can you can put your arms in here. And let's see, yep. Now, and kind of get my glove. Oh, it's not, if you look, it's kind of hard to see, but it's not a regular human hand. But you can play with this, and you can do that, and I'm doing it. Is this exciting for you? It's exciting for me. Woo, troglodytes. Looking up in that same room, I'm realizing these kind of look like jellyfish, and I think there's actually kind of like a tropical vibe. Yeah, look, it looks like Saint Marbelissim and exiting out that room through these car wash curtains, and now I'm back at the house, at the front. It's the house of eternal return, I told you, folks. Okay, so I'm back in the house, and I just want to go into this living room area thing, and there's just interesting stuff on the tables. Looks like something crazy was going on with this harmonics transducer. Yeah, I have the newer model at home actually. But if you look around this room, you can see like in the ceiling, there's like some weird ripple thing happening. And I think we can kind of peek up in there, just a little. Can you see? You might be able to see better than me because I can't really bend that far. Anyway, you can see like the chandeliers a little bit more if there's some weird stuff happening there. There's just like an interesting video camera that was filming something. There's so much you can watch and just take in. I love it. I love everything about this. Like, I just love that so much at the surface looks normal, but then you look deeper and it gets weirder. Like, we got these mastodons everywhere. Why are there mastodons everywhere? Could that be a sign of something to come? Clutch, stop teasing us so much. So this, I think, is an actual regular garbage can, but this is not a normal garbage can. So in the kitchen here, you can really you can pull on drawers. Some are pretty normal. That's pretty normal, but then you go in here, oh, nope, definitely not normal. And it's fun that you can just open everything just to see. You can tell there's lights here that definitely, again, you want to touch and open everything. It's not, you're gonna find some weird, unique stuff if you open and do everything. Oh, yep. Definitely different. Now here's the thing, here's the biggest thing about MEOW WOLF's House of Eternal Return. This refrigerator is probably one of the most famous refrigerators ever. And you know why? It's one of the most famous refrigerators ever. You might have guessed, but it is not a refrigerator, because what is inside? Oh, a secret passage. This is like, I feel like one of the most famous versions of finding a secret passage in MEOW WOLF. Some of the other MEOW WOLFs have a refrigerator as well. But where does it take us? That's the question. Where does it take us? It takes us into, looks like some sort of oh, it is Portals Bermuda, your gateway to the multiverse. So if I recall, the idea here is that we are connected to it's gonna be not exactly right, but this connects you to different universes. We basically, for some reason, and you can go to the story and try to figure it out, the refrigerator now connects to this company that now gets you to different entire worlds. And so you can sit down, you can watch that video, you can come on in over here, and you can see there's just now a new hallway. Like the way this just goes around really gets confusing. And something great, now if I came out of that room just there, and if you go to the left, I walked down a little bit. Remember this room from just a little bit ago? And that's what I love about this place. It folds back in on itself constantly. It's fantastic. So let's keep exploring all the different ones. So yeah, you can see this was actually Saint Malibados. I can't read the cursive. Malibados. Malibados was where we were, everyone. Didn't you know that? So continuing around those different portals, this one I guess is Todos 7. Let's see what we got in here. Oh, just got some fun things on the ceiling. That's great. Just a simple room. And we are gonna continue to here. Okay. Oh, if you go to the left now, this looks like that shed at the front. So Oh, this is a cool looking shed. There's lots of electronics on the ceiling. Lots of interesting things, some maps. Again, I see people like diving deep into the story, which is pretty cool. But you can do a lot of here, so over there, I believe, is where we came out earlier. But I'm gonna go back. There's a lot of people in that room. There's some interesting bugs on the wall. This is great. I do remember some of this, but not how everything is connected, because like you gotta have some good spatial awareness to remember everything. Everything is just weird and unique. So now we're kind of on the back side of those portals. But let's see. Oh, and we're back to the portal hallway, so we could go back in or just go directly here. And I like this. This is cool. There's like a camper with some lights. Let's check out the camper. Let's see what's going on in the camper. Oh, you can, and I love that you can actually just walk in. Can you open this? Nope. Can you turn this? Nope. How about this? Can this open? Nope. Just kind of a normal camper here. Something that I might say every now and again is that I have been to every MEOW Wolf. They will all be on the channel eventually, I promise. And what's cool is once you've been to all of them, you see how each MEOW Wolf has echoes of the other MEOW Wolves. But something again to keep in mind, this was the original one. So this one is where it all started. Now, it might be hard to see here, but like this hallway, it's full of carpets. This is all carpet. So that's interesting and unique. And I like this. And oh my gosh, look at this room. Oh, see, you never know what's gonna be around every corner. It's beautiful. And it's just all of a sudden huge. And there's a tree house. I'm sure we'll be able to get, yeah, there's a staircase right here. But I think now we're actually at the back of the house. Again, no right or wrong way to do this. This is not even close to how I did it the first time I did it. So it's fun just to discover it all with you. Thank you for letting me be so excited and ramble. I can't believe the shot is going this long. But there's so much. I mean, I could do it almost as one continuous shot, but then I'd have to shut up at some point, and that's not gonna happen. Taking a small step back from where I was at the end of that clip, because I realized, without even realizing, I was basically back in the house. Again, House of Eternal Return. So now we're in the back, and there's a laundry room here. And clearly another portal into another dimension. Now this one's obvious. This one I think is a permanently open one, so you're gonna find that one easily. Oh, if you listen closely, there's weird audio. Oh, do you hear that? Creepy. Gonna actually get you out of the house this time and discover what do we have in this whole realm here. There's so much interesting stuff. There's so many ways to go. There's this big tree with a couch in the bottom. Is there? Oh, yeah, look at all that. That's fun. Now, something I would highly recommend if you have the opportunity is come here first thing in the morning. I came here right as I opened at 10 o'clock, and it is relatively quiet right now, which is nice. This place I know gets frequently incredibly busy and full of people, and so to be able to walk around right now, with it being pretty empty, I don't see a lot of people yet, is fantastic. So just wanted to mention that. But also something I know is cool about these things, again, everything is touchable. I think you can smack them, yep. And they do things. Woo! It's hard to hear, but they make different sounds. Oh, that one hurts. That one hurts. Don't do that one, it's spiky. Trying again. Trying again. Bad mushroom. Why did you do that and make my food not taste good? And then hiding in this forest, we have Wiggy's Plasmaplex, which looks like it's a pretty normal looking arcade. Like they literally have Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and Street Fighter 2. Then they have this bizarro guy. Don't know what that is. And then they have what looks like, again, regular skee ball here. But then I think they got some like MEOW Wolf inspired things. Now, something important when you're at a MEOW Wolf is look up. Always look up. There's weird things on the ceilings everywhere. You never know what you're gonna discover. So it's important that you do actually take the time to not just look down, but also look up, look straight, look left, look right. You will discover so many fun things. Like, what's this thing? Galaga? Who's ever heard of Galaga? So apparently, when we walked in Portals Bermuda, you might remember seeing a hologram, and I guess this is Alva from Portals Bermuda. I think she's kind of your guide around the universe, and it looks like this is kind of like a Zoltar machine, but MEOW Wolf style.
Destinations in the multiverse, knowing your best path forward can be difficult. I'm Alva, and I'm here to help.
Oh, great. Glad to have you here, Alva. You are looking spry. Back outside of that Plasmaplex, I remember a moment ago I said look up, you should always look up, and here's why you should look up. Again, I didn't see this until I walked back out. There's like this weird eye monster up here, and this big spider thing over here. I think, again, something I just love about the ambiance of this place is it has that inside yet outside feeling. And that is something that any place that has an inside yet outside feeling speaks to my heart very much. I did a whole video in Vegas just going around to all the inside yet outside feeling places, which you can click on and see in the top corner right now if you want to, or just watch that later. That's a fun one. But like in general, the idea that places feel like they are outside while you happen to be inside a bowling alley of all places is just awesome. Okay, back in where that couch was, and I saw some stairs, so I'm gonna try going up the stairs to get to that tree house and see what's in that house within the tree. Oh, wait a second, this is a little bit tight for clutch. Okay, there's a bit of a jungle gym situation here. I know that's why families sometimes like coming here, because it kind of feels like a playground, even though I know it's meant to be more of an art installation. I'm bending a lot. Anyway, whew, we did it, okay. Made it up to that tree house. Let's see what we got here. A lot of kids coming out of there, so gonna give them a chance. Gonna give a little peek, and then once everyone is out, we will go inside. Looks like now we can check out, oh, look at that. I see now. This reminds me of, I believe, the tree house that's in Dallas. So that MEOW WOLF, it has legs, and oh, it has a name for it, and I can't remember what the name of it is, but we're gonna go inside and look around now, where it looks kind of like a bird. Almost like the tree is like a bird, and that's something kind of like, it's like a witch and a bird, and I can't remember the name of it. Tell me in the comments what I'm thinking of, everybody. Anyway, look at this, is a cool tree house that you're just able to climb in, climb around, and there you go. A tree house behind a regular house in the middle of a bowling alley. Across from that tree house, they have like all these clouds and things, but if you saw, they kind of like have like little models of houses and such that I think is just neat. Again, if you look really closely, there's so much you will find. But at the top of this walkway, it looks like it brings us back into the house, which is again, the house of eternal return. So I'm gonna walk down this way and see. The wallpaper is interesting, and I think I kind of remember this room as being the absolutely creepiest room of the whole place. It's like the creepy clown room. I don't even know how to put it. Where like, first of all, the whole floor is like, looks like bottle caps and other things, and the walls are just a mess of things, and each little like box is full of interesting stuff. Like these are old cameras. We got like Altoids and mints. So this room is really creepy but interesting, and the reason I find it creepy is because the videos on the walls are just these kind of creepy clowns standing and doing some weird stuff. But like, I love this. Like, you got some paint tubes at the bottom there. This room is actually really cool because like you can feel how long it would have taken to make a room like this, and so I really appreciate this one. But it also creeps me out. Leaving the creepy clown room, there's a lot more bending than I remember, and I'm 3 years older. So anyway, this is neat. It's kind of like, honestly, this reminds me of the tunnel between the B and C terminal at O'Hare. If you know that reference, you are a very well-traveled person. If not, look it up. You'll understand what I mean. They have a rainbow tunnel. Anyway, you can walk around here. Oh, that was my back hitting the ceiling. But you can just sit down. Let's see, can we sit down and, yeah, look at that. There's Clutch, just sitting down, relaxing, chillaxing, maxing, all cool. I never know the lyrics to that song. Continuing around this room after that, relaxing, chillaxing, manaxing, pistaxing, to see where is it going to take us. So I think this is a different exit. So I see, looks like an actual locked door, and then something with a handle. Is that a push? It is a push. Oh, hello. Never know what you're gonna find. Oh, there you go. And then, yeah, look at this. Once again, House of Eternal Return. I keep saying it because it keeps being true. So we came out that bookshelf over here, and we ended up being in this random bedroom. And again, I think we're just back in the house. And I know I try my best to not spoil what you may or may not see till I do it, so that you're doing it with me, but you might have seen. There's something special in that closet as well. So let's go check out what's in that door. Let's see, okay, oh, it's just a closet. You know, you all thought it was something interesting. I mean, it's really just a closet, and wait a minute. It is a pathway, a secret pathway. What's over here? Oh, looks like there's just a piano in a random back alley hallway. But then it keeps going as well, and then, oh yeah, it's a tight squeeze, but it looks like we get back out into creepy clown room. That's exactly where I thought it would take us. I'm not even joking this time. So going away from that creepy clown room so we can get back into the house again. Again, this place just folds back in on itself so well. What I love is actually from the house to the creepy clown room, the wallpaper slowly transforms. So it starts normal and then it becomes like more elaborate, more clownish. So again, as you go down, it just becomes more and more ridiculous. But anyway, just wanted to point that out. Something interesting down there. We'll get there in a little bit, but I do want to explore a little bit more of the house. It's hard to keep you oriented, but like, again, there's the bedroom we're in, but then over across is a bathroom. Ooh, a bathroom. Clutch showing a bathroom. That's unique. So there's some interesting things that you'll find here. Like, if you notice, the floor is just a little warped, a little askew. And then I believe if you look inside of here, oh, that's different. Again, little portal there, and then we have up here a little gerbil at the top, I believe, and there's a lot of story you can uncover with him that is fascinating. Not going to do all that today, but just want to know that if you find, you will find this guy in a lot of secret places. So from the bathroom over there, we're now back over here, which is the top of that foyer area of the house. And so, remember, we went in that secret door very early on, but there's another room over here to explore. It looks like there's a kid's room of some kind here. And again, we're seeing that mastodon. Seen that mastodon a few times here. But it looks like a pretty seemingly normal bedroom when you look close. But something that is fun that I know that is here is this book. This book, I believe, has a lot of interesting stuff because it's one of the characters that is part of like this story that you can uncover. This is their science notebook, and there's some like interesting things to learn about. Like, again, you can find so much interesting stuff if you take the time. And something I will point out while I'm here is, I said gerbil before when we saw that guy in the vanity of the bathroom. His name is I can't say it. Nimsescu? I'm going to say it wrong. Someone else correct me. It's hard to write it and then say it right. Anyway, he's a hamster. That's all I'm trying to say. He's a hamster. Nimsescu is a hamster. And the interesting thing is he cannot die. That's something that's interesting about the story there. So that was a really roundabout way of me saying the hamster's name and that it can't die. Why am I still talking? And if you look out the window, though, you can actually see where we started. So people are still coming in. What I like about this MEOW WOLF is very just like all of a sudden you're there, you're starting. Where some of the other MEOW WOLFs have more of a grand entry point, or there's more of like a focus as you start, where this, something about it is just all of a sudden you're here, you're in, you're having a good time. All right, we got another door to check out, so let's go check out what's in this one. Oh, look at that. That is something different. I did not remember this was going to be the door to here, where we got a whole bunch of just like interesting coralness and flowers and stuff. So while we're here, might as well, let's walk in and see what's down this hallway. Oh yeah, oh look at that. And there's that mastodon we've talked about from before. What's he doing in here? We're in some sort of like ice cave scenario situation. Very interesting, very cool. I love the colors in here. And then if you look on the other way, there's all these like worms in the sky, which are interesting. I just like these ice caves. Now there's definitely, when I said like there was a way to get down, like when I pointed at those stairs a moment ago, those were the stairs that would have taken us into here. But there's also a very fun and much more unique way to get into this, which I'm going to show you in just a second. So that actually was a dead end in there, so there's no circle around point in there. Most of the times you can kind of circle around, it's not a dead end. But where we just were in that ice cave balcony, you have to come back out that closet, so I'm back here at the top of the staircase. And I just wanted to show you this nook over here where there is more just interesting stuff, old radio, some interesting information there. You can look out, which is just, I like looking out. This is neat. This is a two-headed lizard. Do you see the two-headed lizard? He's got two heads. Pretty smart lizard, I'd have to say. Did just want to point out this corner, same room, where it's interesting because there's this video playing that I think gives you a lot of interesting just information, and there seems to be a will that you can read through here to again learn about all the characters, because I think the Selig family is the main family we're following here as part of the story. Again, not diving super deep into it, but in short, they all disappeared, I believe, from this house, and something weird happened, which is part of that portals Bermuda stuff that I think we saw earlier. I'm trying to remember what I did 3 years ago. I dived a lot deeper then, but it's honestly for me, in current version of Clutch, I just love exploring, just like really taking it in piece by piece, because trying to uncover the story is a lot. Just like how there's a lot of pictures on the wall here. Okay, and for the record, I basically pulled on every single one of those photographs to see if any of them would like open or turn into a portal, and I gotta tell you, after pulling on all of them, this is the only one that opened. Check this out. Little diorama in there. And that's something that MEOW WOLF does quite a bit of, little dioramas, and who knows what it is, but I absolutely love that kind of thing. But one other fun thing, talking about that hamster that we're gonna see everywhere, if you look very closely at this clock, and down there he is again. What is Nimescu doing down there? All right, back on the bottom of the stairs. I told you earlier there's a fun way to get to that ice cave room with the mammoth, and it's actually through this here fireplace. So once again, we're gonna be bending and going down through the fireplace. So here we go. Ready? Gonna have to get very low. I'm on one knee here. Oh boy, oh boy. Here we are. And here's that mastodon. So that's definitely the most fun way to get in here. But if you look that's where we were, that was the balcony we were at before, and that's something again, this MEOW WOLF I think does better than any other MEOW WOLF. It's the House of Eternal Return. It circles back on itself so incredibly well, and I love that so much. But something you can see with the interactiveness is you can hit the bones of the mastodon to make music. So that's definitely a fun little interactive piece. So going past the mastodon, we're gonna see there's something that caught my eye over here. This big old orby thing. Feel kind of under the sea here. I kind of like this. This is cool. This looks like some big underwater apparatus. It looks like there's like a bike mobility system in there, and it's like it's circular. It's hard to tell, but like if you'll, I'm now turning the camera. There's a desk in there with like, it almost looks like an alien, but I don't remember. And like, yeah, actually look at the top here, coming back to get normal. This is a bed, so it's like a whole room inside of a sphere. I don't remember this. It might have been here, but I don't remember it. I think that's awesome. I love this. And I love the nautical nature of this room. This is cool. And there's a blue horse. It reminds me of the horse from the Never-Ending Story, which has immediately made me very sad. So across from this big sphere, I wanted to point out, because I saw behind me this room. Look at this. This underwater paradise. Remember earlier, I kind of teased you. We saw the aquarium inside. And then I said there might be some connections, and here they are. And now MEOW WOLF has done rooms like this in a couple of theirs. Again, there's lots of connections that's really fun for me to see, having been there. And again, if you watch all the videos on my channel, you can see those connections too. But just, it is a neat little thing to see all this. And there's a bench to rest under the sea should you get tired of walking on the sea bottom. But if you noticed over here, we also have that diver. There was that little diver piece in the tank, and he's here as well. So what's that connection? Who knows? It's hard to say. And what are we going to see also if we leave this area? A black wall. What are we going to see if we turn to the right? Oh, some fencing. And why are we seeing some fencing, you ask? Maybe you don't ask. It's because we're back at the front of the House of Eternal Return. Oh my gosh, it just keeps folding back in on itself. I love this one. Back in that aquarium room, I totally forgot to listen to myself and look up. Look up, Clutch. Look at that. There's a whole bunch of interesting fish and things like that. So like you really owe it to yourself to definitely look up. And then a humongous sea creature over here. I don't think that's a regular fish. Aw, they also have a Cthulhu fish. Back in the sphere room again, just to keep the tour going, and I have found another little door. Now, warning for this one, it says there's flashing lights used in this exhibit. I don't know if that just means more than normal, because we've already kind of seen it, but let's see what we got. Okay. Oh, this one's happening. This one's got some fun, funky music. Some interesting things on the wall. It's got some buttons to push. Let's push a button. Does it do anything? Oh, I think that changed some lights. Now this room is interesting. I remember this actually being my wife's favorite room back when we were here a few years ago, because I think if you do some secret combination, something really funky and fun will happen. I have no idea the combination, but it is fun to just try to see what happens. Nothing happens. MEOW WOLF! Exiting that funky room with all the funky MEOW WOLFs, or the wolves that don't meow. Oh gosh. Well, I heard that. Anyway, properly in that hallway now. Got a lot of interesting, this is, whoa, this is, again, bizarro, bonkers, bananas. But it's cool. Oh, this is arms, but it looks like the rib cage of like a whale. This is, I don't remember this room. Again, there's some new things since I've last been here. Also, it's been 3 years, so I don't fully remember, but this is hauntingly beautiful. I really like this. This is creepy in the best way possible. Gonna try going up this staircase in the back here and see where it goes. Man, there's just the colors, like it's got like tree houses on the side. This is really cool. I like this. This is fun stuff. Oh, excuse me. And now, okay, I think I see where we're in some sort of back hallway now. Okay, I see. This is, I believe now, this is the top area of their event space where they hold events, they hold concerts, and other fun things, I believe. But so we'll get down there and find some fun stuff. But first, we got lots of doorways to just walk into. Looks like an interrogation table of some kind. I'm not sure. This makes me think there's supposed to be something running. That's actually not. I don't think that's part of the exhibit. Oh, they got that room turned back on and work again, so just give you an idea of what it was supposed to look like. Here it is. There's some weird audio in the corner, some interesting visuals, and I like the clock stuff that's hidden behind this sort of interrogation chamber type thing. Found this interesting portal to, I think it's just a couple of hearts with a bunch of mirrors, or it might be just one heart with a bunch of mirrors. This reminds me of an old YouTube video, Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. If you know that reference, you're unique and amazing, and you understand how creepy this is. Across from those bleeding hearts, we got what seems to be a pretty random room. Nothing too crazy here. Back is some geodesic dome of some sort. Oh, I see. Okay, we are on the second floor of that outside area in the back. So like that's the back of the house. That's the tree house, and here's like a camper in the sky. Humongous bird raven statue. I want to walk around here though and see. I'm gonna go in there in a second. I want to walk around here, see what's going on. Is there any way to get in this? I don't think there's any way to get in that, but there's a way to get in this one. This diamond-looking guy. What's in here? Anything? It's very blank in here. It's just a little bit green, which is not easy. So across from that camper and dome, which I swear, we will get back to the camper in just a second, there is this stairway that goes a little bit higher. Well, this is mostly a 2-story experience. This is like a 2.5 stories. So look at this, there's a bit of a staircase here that can take you, I think, just to the bottom floor of that like outside tree-like area. Because I'm loving it. I'm now in the clouds. Clutch is in the clouds. With a camera. Yep. See, yep. There's that treehouse again, with the legs of the bird witch lady thing that I still can't remember the name of. I could look it up, but that would ruin the fun. Okay. We can go in the camper now. We can go in the camper, and the camper has creepy sounds. Oh, that guy worked. Oh my gosh, I've never seen that happen. Look at that. What? Oh, that's creepy. He's like slightly talking, but not. How did that happen? Did I do that? Did I cause that? I have no idea. Anyway, we're in here. We got like a bicycle handlebar. I guess this would like drive it into another dimension. I don't even know. Can you push anything? Can you touch anything? You can kind of toggle that a little bit, but doesn't do much. How about this one? Nope. Anyway, that's what's inside the cabin. And I was excited to find this creepy raven bird animatronic doing stuff. I had no idea. That's what's so great about MEOW Wolves. We discovered it all together. So coming out of that camper, I have actually realized that across the way we saw that dome that I couldn't find the entrance to, it was there for children's. Sorry, I had to wait for someone to pass, so I had a quick cut there. Anyway, let's see, what is it? And it is, ooh, I see eyes. So this is somewhat of a dead-end-ish type of situation. I guess I can go back the way I came there, or I can go, there's actually an interesting ladder that I can go down here that I think takes it back to that nautical room, if you take all this. Considering it's hard to climb with the camera, I'm gonna just go back the way I came into this room originally, next to the creepy hearts. Hello again, creepy hearts. I don't want to hear your bleeding heart story. Yeah, moving on. This way now. It's kind of like, it's almost like a cake shop, flower garden, creepery. This is, I don't know, there's bird sounds, which I kind of like. it's weird. It feels calm, but also creepy. Like something really evil is about to happen. Like it feels like they've created the perfect world. But then right under this, like, these are gonna open up and something evil's inside. I can't describe it. Maybe, actually, I did just describe it. Good describing, Clutch. And then over here we have another fun mirror adventure. So that's, I guess, what this kind of section was. It was like something simple with mirrors to make it seem much more infinite. But anyway, we have stalactites and stalagmites here. Now, this is actually not gonna be a joke. The way I learned the difference between stalactites and stalagmites is a stalactite holds tight to the ceiling, and a stalagmite might make it up there someday. That's not a joke. That's literally how I remember stalactites and stalagmites. You didn't expect Clutch to educate you today, but you done be educated. Back in this hallway over here, we got another room to check out. It looks very black and white, very kind of, what's like old cartoon and creepiness. Like feels like old Mickey Mouse cartoons, but like bizarro. Yes, bizarro. Indeed, bizarro. And then down here, perhaps the most bizarro. Leaving that old-timey area, we have a dead end. It's just a balcony. It's got a little stuff here. Yeah, it's nice to reprieve though. Look at this. I'm gonna sit down for a second though, because this is nice. It gives you a nice little view of the top area over here. So now you can see down to all that. But again, in the sky here, there's birds. There's some interesting things hanging. Here's a more unobstructed view. But it is pretty cool what you can actually see when you look at all these different angles. Exiting the other way, there's big tires. Big tires. Why are there big tires here? This looks like the bottom. This looks like the bottom of a bus or something. Oh look, there's our good friend, the hamster again. Oh my gooseness, that was surprising over there. That was not expected. Why? What would be expected? Why would anything be expected anyway? So we got kind of this open thing. Oh yeah, look at that. It actually, that's definitely a sideways bus hanging that way. But let's see, across the way here, we got this random little nook. This looks like a horror movie over here. I don't know. There's not much going on. There's like these half chairs. I always like when they make furniture like melt into things or be half in things, but like this looks scary. I don't know. This looks like neglected food. This looks like something you'd see out of Texas Chainsaw. I don't know. I love it in that way. And then this is pretty neat up here. There's just like, it's almost like the top, it's a jungle gym with a bunch of chairs and things on top of it, and it is fascinating. I don't know, it's just, I kind of like this again, this is the first one, but it gives me so many echoes of other ones, where the one in Houston has one of my favorite rooms in all MEOW Wolves, which is like this humongous garbage pile that's being sucked into a portal, and this reminds me heavily of that. This is like the precursor to it in a way. That's kind of what it looks like to me, at least. I don't know if that's what they were going for, but I just find that cool. And then looking, this is actually a dead end, so looking over the balcony, we definitely haven't been down into these areas yet. So that's what's great about this one to me in particular. It feels like it's so much bigger than you expect. And I can't believe how much we still have to discover. Walking back across that bus, there is a place to the left here with a whole bunch of just like pipes and lights and flushing devices. Do you think that can do something? Yep. Fantastic. Fantastic. And flush number 2. Yes. 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 And now I'm gonna take a number 3. Oh, bad joke. Bad joke. Bad joke. Yeah, we should just flush that joke away, right? Again, just using the bus as a focal point here, just to help orient ourselves. So across from that, we have what looks like a lighthouse that you can go in. And it looks like we can drive in the lighthouse. Like you walk in and there's another wheel here. Look at this. And it moves. And this is also just a really cool view of the venue. Oh, I love this. So there's a whole light pole here, and they got some bowling pins on top. Do you see these bowling pins? To help you see that, again, we're kind of in the bowling alley. This is great. This is such a good view of the area. But anyway, going back across, let's see, going out, I did see another room over here to my right. Looks like, oh, interesting. It's got interesting floors, so gotta be a little careful. Oh, it's making some weird clicky sounds. Okay, I'm gonna be quiet for a sec so you can hear it. Are you the one making the the clicking sounds? Anyway, there's also these cool arms in this room, and like you have like a little viewing platform to look and see this. Like there's just, it's just a little like, it almost looks like a little city at first, but when you look closer, as you can kind of see, it's not much of anything other than some more art. But you can kind of step up here, and I'm gonna peek over, because I think this is like a street of some kind. Yeah, look at that. It's still, that's what's fun. Sometimes you get teased at what you're going to see at some point before you're even there. And so we will definitely get there at some point. I don't know exactly when, but probably pretty soon. Again, using the bus as a weenie. I mean, focal point, in design terms, a weenie is a focal point. It helps you orient. Anyway, across from there, we have the big balcony we can go across. God bless you. Anyway, you have the balcony you can go across, and then I think there's actually a little thing over here to go through. Let's see. Oh, oh, it's a tiny room. There's people in here. Just a few little buttons and things to push, causing the light to move. That's cool. That's neat. Can we peek over here? Not quite. Anyway, this is a small little room, and I'm with two other people. I don't want to make it awkward, so I'm just gonna push this button. Yep, yeah, then I'll push this one. Yeah, I'm participating. Oh, there it goes. Hey, I'm actually doing something. Okay, now I'm having a good time. Back on that balcony, circling around the event space area, there is this big wall of colors. Are they interactive? No, I am not seeing anything happen. Oh, maybe if you hit them hard enough? Yes. Okay, some work if you hit them hard enough. Bang, oh, bam, oh, dingy, bang. Heading downstairs into that event space to check out what's down here, because I think we saw most everything on that second floor, and there's clearly a lot more things for us to discover. There's stuff that way, there's stuff that way, pretty much every way. So let's start going over here in the corner, because I see an interesting phone booth, which seems fun. Oh, and that's a piano. So this has some fun, crazy taxidermy on the walls. Like, look at this lion head. I don't know, it's ridiculous. And they got like these creatures. These are fun. And this guy's been here for a while, I think. And they got a weird phone booth. Oh, pushing the button on the phone booth. Does that do something? So as I was approaching this, here's what I was told is like apparently this connects to some other room. So I think that might be a camera, and they actually pick up a phone and they can talk to you if you push the button. So I don't think I've seen that room. So if we find it, I'll show it to you. In the corner over here, it gets creepy and cool. Oh, when there's music in the background, it reacts to the music. That's neat. Then we got this interesting door. It's got multiple handles and knobs. I thought it was a safe at first, but it's just a lot of handles. There is flashing lights, I guess, in this exhibit. So let's see. Oh, it's one of these. Oh, it takes one of the tokens, and I unfortunately don't have tokens. I think this is one of those, I think they're called gyroscopes. They spin around, the light goes on, and it makes it look like motion is happening. They're very cool. It's okay that we're not showing it. Look, and they have the refrigerator at the bottom to make it look like the refrigerator from the kitchen. That's fantastic. And what I've also seen in other MEOW Wolves is a freezer that's not quite a freezer. So if we walk into the L Ice plant, ooh, oh, it's gonna be a whole lot of clutch, isn't it? My brothers! It's my brothers! My brother! My brother! Okay, so in this space, first of all, it's kind of fun for me. Look at, hey, this is fun. We got buttons here. Let's see, buttons, dimension. Oh, okay. We're gonna do that, dimension. And then space, this one is space. Oh, I feel so insignificant. I mean, I always feel insignificant, but now more so. And then we have echo. Let's try echo. Echo, 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 echo. That's what these all say. I'm not just saying random words. And so then last we have spectrum. Let's see spectrum. Spectrum. Oh yes. Yes, blue. Just like a spectrum. Here's a good look at the bottom of that lighthouse. It's pretty cool. It's got like barnacles and stuff growing on it, but you can actually go in over here, it looks like. So look at this. Little squeeze. Little squeeze. And it's just, oh. It's just groovy in here. Groovy, groovy, groovy. Oh, groove and groove, and look at that. Clutch, 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 groove, 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 groove. Enough with the groove. Let's move. And then over here is a hallway that I like in particular, where it's just, it's a combination of the wood and the old TVs. There's this weird stuff playing on the TVs. It feels very horror movie-like, and I really love horror. That's something I don't talk about a lot. Some of my videos will let you know about that. But like, if you look closely, you can actually see like they're showing scenes of like some of the characters that we could be following around, and it's just, I don't know, it's a fun, bizarre hallway, very science fiction-y, and I really like that thing here. And so at the end of this though, it does bring you back to where we've been a couple times before. We're back in that big open room. There's that animatronic bird. There's that the camper where you could have like the bicycle handlebars, and then this hallway we saw earlier. Again, this place, the circles back around on itself so much. So it's so fun to try to figure out again, what haven't we seen yet? And again, I'm not doing it today or showing you, but there's an app to help you figure out which rooms you've already been in. It kind of follows you around and uses where you are to let you know, have you seen this room already? So that definitely can help you. I like just discovering on my own, so that's what we're doing here. Again, back in the event space. Here's a good view of that event space stage. Really just fun. I love the idea. I'm assuming they kind of opened this to help people get in, but like, I like the idea that you'd have to find your way back here if you're coming to a show. I have no idea how it works. I've never done it before, but anyway, I'm rambling. Let's move on to the next fun, quirky surprise. Going behind that lighthouse here. Looks like we got some other little things to peek into. Another warning flashing lights used in this exhibit. Let's see what we got. Oh, it's just a little funky. Oh, yep, those are flashing lights for sure. Got a big face here. Again, not gonna keep saying it too much, but echoes of other MEOW wolves here. Some very fascinating stuff on the screens here. Very, I don't know, it looks like warriors of some kind, which is nifty, but across here we can push these buttons, and it causes that wall to do stuff. Again, flashing lights, sorry, flashing lights. But I like this case here in the middle. It's got like these creepy heads with green brains, and it's like it's got wires coming out of it, and I don't think this was here last time. This is cool. And across from this big-headed fella, we have another room to go in, which got some kind of, it looks like a quilty room, actually. Like, again, you're allowed to touch, very sensory. This is all kind of knitted and quilt type stuff. It looks like if the doctor, I think it's the fourth Doctor from Doctor Who, if his scarf went bananas bonkers, this is what it would turn into a room like this. That'd actually be a good episode of Doctor Who. I just made a good episode of Doctor Who, Russell T Davies. Take my ideas. So in this room, at first I thought this was a mirror. I thought this was a big old mirror, but it's actually, it just directly goes back into this room again. We've been in this room so many times. I love it. I love it so much. Anyway, this is neat. There's this thing spinning on the wall, and I think if there's a couple knobs like there and over there, and if you turn them, you can try to get it to work there. And then over here, it looks like it's another like black and white room situation, a bunch of old creepy cartoons like we saw in that room just a second ago. And oh, okay, see, I see where we are now. We're on the underside of that trash pile. Remember up top, it was like a jungle gym, and there was all that trash in that pile, and this is the underside of that, so that's really cool. And in this room, I feel like something very easy to miss is there's a door over here that goes to, I believe, a very like well-known part. Look at this. Got this little kind of alien dog creature thing. And this is like one little room with like some sparkly crystalness and such. And then it's got the crazy dog guy. I always forget about this one. I almost miss it. But if you look around this room, there's just like fun little other things as well. Like this creepy melting face. And it's like, I don't know, there's like a story here of like, it looks like humanoid creatures battled this guy. This guy zapped him and basically turned him into this. So I think what we're actually seeing here is that this guy turned us into this. Whoops. So let's see what's behind this door. I just keep going. There's so much to find. Ah, okay. Ooh. Ah, yes, I see. Makes a lot of sense. So we're kind of in the backside of that open space over there, which I keep pointing out because there was, again, that trash pile, and that was a balcony I was on a little bit ago. You remember when we were on that balcony? We definitely haven't been down into these areas yet. This is where we are now. Okay, anyway. So we got like these creepy, like, snake creature worm things. We got a little thing to peek in over here. And then just gonna peek back into actually this main open area with the treehouse and stuff, because I want to point out we got these guys. These guys, it says please be gentle, they're fragile. Again, I can't stop saying it because it's true. There's just so many echoes of other MEOW wolves. If we touch them, do they make sounds? Yep. See, I only knew that because of another MEOW wolf. Let's try it again. What about, oh, yeah. So touch their heads. It says, make sure you're gentle, they're fragile. But if you touch their heads, they make different sounds. That's awesome. that wasn't even what I meant to come and show you here. What I actually meant to come and show you was like how we have like these birch trees, and if you look closely at the birch trees, they got actual eyeballs in them. Because if you ever see regular birch trees, it looks like there's eyeballs. But here, oh, the eyeballs, they be real. Back from those birch trees, I just want to point out that room that was like all black and white where we looked up. I just think this door is cool, so on that side it looks like this. And there's a lot more of these guys than I remember all around. This is great, and then you get this interesting rock work. That was hard to say. We got like Excalibur over here. What's this? I don't remember. Look at this, there's a bowling ball in here. That's cool. And a sword? Does that do anything? No? Doesn't do anything, but that's cool that that's there. But then here we have Legends of the Hidden Temple. Oh my gosh, Olmec actually talks. Look at, it's hard to hear him, but he's actually talking. I didn't know that was gonna happen. And then below Olmec we have what is one of my favorite parts of this place is like the street area, where it looks like an actual street, like you're in a different portal of sorts. And like they got all these weird sort of food that look normal at first, and then you get closer and you see something's bizarre. It's repurposed. It is just not exactly what you'd expect, and they just made it kind of bizarro. But I love again, this is the outside yet inside feeling thing, where it feels like you're in sort of like, it feels like an Asian, like Chinatown type of place, but it is definitely not exactly that. There's just so much interesting stuff to see here when you walk down it. And again, a lot of MEOW Wolves have an outside street type of feeling situation. And then you got organs. The organs, it's all creepiness, and I love it. This is so cool, all this up here. And then actually, I pointed out how we were gonna try to get down here at some point, and it's hard to see, but like, that was the balcony. I put my camera out to try to show you. At the top of that is where we saw a little diorama, but under it is just another little portal. Look at this creepy portal. What is it doing being up all day? Creepy and mesmerizing and such. At the end of that area, we have a thing to walk into. Oh, it's very dark. I can't quite see. This feels like I'm walking through a haunted house. But it's not, oh, look at this. Oh, wow. That's neat. Okay, I think I know what this kind of room is. So this is a big open room. But I think it might be hard to see, yeah, that you can see it better on the camera. There's lasers. It's almost like, I think, like a virtual harp. I think if I put my hand here, it might make music. Yep, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Ooh. There's like interesting voices and some creepy things happening. Oh my gosh, let's try it again, let's try it again. That's really cool. So back at the end of that hallway, something I missed was this little kind of rhino beetle in a corner in a cage here. I think that's cool. I like this rhino beetle. But when we get to the end of the hallway, we're back in that event space. We're circling around again. And if we go to the right here, we already went into this door, but I think there's something here for us to check out. So let's walk around here. Oh, I see where we are now. Remember that bus? Remember that bus that I called a weenie the whole time? We're at the bottom of the bus. Look at that. That's the top of the bus, the wheel there and everything. Oh my gosh, I forgot that this was here. This is so cool. Back in that main forest space, I just want to point out a few things I keep discovering where, like, there's these fun, like, it's like a tree, but it's also like moss, but it's also like carpet. And then also, if you look in like little, like, you have to look at certain angles, but like there's little nooks and crannies to see, like, this is like a video showing something kind of bizarre happening. Not exactly sure what, but again, I think it's more story for the actual what's going on here. And then coming back over here, we have other things you can just walk into. It's like we're under that camper at this point, and you can go in. There's more like sitting things, but on the ceiling here, there's like these little white bats that are flashing on and off. And it's just, again, that's what's amazing to me about MEOW Wolves, is that the more you walk around, once you kind of even feel like you've seen everything, you probably haven't. There's probably other little things for you to find. You might be in the same room, but you can look at it differently and see it differently. Like this, look at this. I've never saw this guy before. Who's this? Who are you? What are you doing here? And again, a new staircase. I don't remember seeing this staircase. Let's see where this goes. Obviously it goes up, it goes to the second floor, but where exactly will it lead us is the big question. Because I feel like I've seen most stuff, but now, nope, we're okay. I see how it is. We're back up on the balcony, kind of behind the house. There's the birdhouse thing that I still can't remember the name of. I came up that little thing originally, so I went to the right when you could have gone to the left, and I can go around this thing. and like see what's over here. And I'm pretty sure it's stuff we've already seen, but yeah, it's that garbage pile. Okay, so I think, yeah, we're starting to, oh wait, no, wait. I haven't seen this little nook and cranny. Look at that. Another little place to discover, I swear. You just keep going different angles, and then there's another bench to sit down, so you can just go blanc, and then get a beautiful view of the MEOW WOLF. And yet here's another room I have not walked into yet. Oh, it is an explosion of candy. This is, oh, where I was in the kind of the main, again, foresty area, and just walked in, randomly found it here as well. So this looks like candy creatures from a different universe. And then we got a door that I think I know where it goes, but let's see. Oh no, this was not what I was thinking at all. So this is new to me as well. I have not been in this room. I keep discovering, this is great. I just love that they have random things, and you discover it, and they got this big thing in the middle, and you want to touch it and see if something happens. Something happens, nothing happens. Back in the foresty section for a second, there's this little blue portal here. This is, it's hard to tell, but there's a lot of laundry in here. Do you know why there's a lot of laundry in here? Because this, let's see if I can do it to show you, whoop, is the bottom of the laundry machine. So here's the thing about this particular MEOW WOLF. There's no official exit. You're done when you're done. Once you feel satisfied, then you can leave. But the question is, how do you leave? And the truth is, there's no real exact purposeful exit. You can go, I think, right next to the door that we started. But also, if you're kind of lost, since I'm all the way back at the top here, you can go down this fun thing. So let's actually see what's all the way down here now that I'm here again, if my body will allow it, because it's tight. And let's see where this ends up for us, because this is a fun thing that I did not do, and I think I saw where it goes, and so now I want to climb down it. It is very hard to do this while walking with my camera. So I'm gonna do it kind of backwards. Are you even hearing me? I'm having to hold the camera very far from my face to be able to do this. I'm doing this for you. When I go to MEOW WOLFs, I climb where I gotta climb so that you can see the fun things. Whew, hold on, holding that. This is like going to Bishop Castle, but much more dangerous. So let's see. Let's see, almost down. Is this fun to watch an almost 40-year-old man climb very unstealthily to get some surprise ending? Probably. Oh gosh, I'm gonna break my neck in here. Whew, we did it. Oh, let's look back up. Whew, that was an adventure, Charlie. Oh, that's me. I thought it was a person. No, eye clutch. All right, so we come back out this way, and then we're in a bit of a mirror tunnel. And see, what intrigued me was I saw where to exit it, where it said do not enter. So I had to figure out where we were entering from, which was way up there, because it's supposed to be one way, because you're back in the ice chamber with the mammoth and the other creepy creatures. Whew, that was fun. I'm exhausted. But just to show you where I was. So I walked up. When you go back into the forest room again, it was at the bottom of this white pillar. It's very hard to describe where it is. That's the best I can do. Well, obviously that's not the way to exit, that's the way to burn some extra calories. I have now made my eternal return to the front of the house of eternal return. So you can exit a few different ways, but one of the easiest ways to exit is coming back to the front, and you have your main door you had, and then this door over here is an easy way to exit to the lobby. So in the lobby here, they have snacks and sips with a Z. Again, there's a bar in the Denver one that sips with a Z. Anyway, you can exit and enter the actual exhibit as much as you want. You just can't go completely outside. They won't let you back in at that point, but you can come out here and they have food, they have drinks, they have some good stuff here in case you're getting a little exhausted and just need a refresher. But then, of course, while we did not exit directly through it, they have a gift shop, a big old gift shop with a bunch of fun gifts. And I always like to pick up something whenever I go to a MEOW WOLF. So a few cool things over here is they have a postcard book, and you can actually see some of the postcards you would get in that postcard book, just to let you know what you get. But they also have some story-related things that I kind of like, where they have this is Piper's diary. I believe this is telling you a whole bunch of the lore again from this particular MEOW WOLF. And then down here it says elements of the source. I believe that's a reference to the Omega Mart one in Las Vegas. So they got some fun things you can take home to learn about, to get some more understanding of what's going on with the MEOW WOLF stories. They even have some of the high quality products from Omega Mart, like your authentic Pierce potatoes, your roast beef, and most famously in the back, my favorite, tattoo chicken. Baba Yaga. It was Baba Yaga. That's what I've been searching for. So here's a mug of that treehouse, the Baba Yaga with like the treehouse and the chicken legs, and it's like the witch thing. Now I think this has a higher obviousness in the Dallas one, which is again has a lot of echoes of this one. But it was Baba Yaga was the word I was looking for. Baba Yaga. They also got some fantastic magnets over here. So when I was here last time, the magnets were different, and so it's exciting that they have new ones. So like I don't have this one, and I think I need to take that home. The House of Eternal Return. That's an awesome magnet. Just to give you an idea, when I'm trying to get it off there, these are $15, and I said in another video, those are MEOW WOLF prices. However, they do feel like really high quality magnets. I love this. They have the vertical bus you saw earlier. This is a magnet. It's called the S-Cool bus. It's for $15, but I like that. It purposely sticks that way. And something else I always love to point out every MEOW WOLF video, especially when I'm at the MEOW WOLF plushie, is that, and this is not a joke at all as far as I understand, the name MEOW WOLF comes from when they created this place originally. They put a bunch of words in a hat, pulled out 2 words, and pulled out literally the words meow and the word wolf, and thus was born MEOW WOLF. So I hope you enjoyed this tour around MEOW WOLF's The House of Eternal Return. Now, I have to say, after it being 3 years, I've been to every other MEOW WOLF that exists as of filming this. This used to be my favorite, and I gotta say, this still easily is my favorite. It is still the best. I love this one so much. I like the house as a starting point. I think it's interesting you don't have to start there. The way it circles back on each other, the way I feel like you truly get lost and you lose sight of where you were, how'd you get there, what have you seen, is just, I feel like they do it better here, honestly, than almost any other one, where everything, the other ones feel a little bit more grand, a little bit more structured, where this, I think, because it has a little bit more of, I think, of a rawness in a good way, it just does wonders. So I have to say, this still is my #1. I love all of them. This is still the top. But having been to all the others and seeing the echoes that I kept talking about of all the other MEOW WOLFs that are out there is incredible. So seeing what they have here and have that, it's like pieces of it are elsewhere, is really, really cool. Anyway, if you did enjoy going around this MEOW WOLF with me, I do have all my other MEOW WOLFs in a playlist up there. Again, these are some of my favorite attractions of all time. If you do want to see my actual favorite attraction of all time, check this out. This is the House on the Rock in Spring Green, Wisconsin. That is my #1 attraction I've ever been to. Favorite place ever. Until I see you in one of those, I will just say for now, goodbye. I am still Clutch.